Hey everybody, this is Andy's free guitar chart videos here, and welcome to my YouTube subscribers and my Facebook friends and group members and anyone else who's found this video is interested in guitar charts to help learn how to play guitar in a colorful and exciting way. This is really the Andro way. And these are the patterns. I've gone back to, I guess, chart 208, pentatonic in chord shape fitting with long capo key of caged patterns. Yeah, it's one way to put it. In reality, yes, we will be using mostly the long patterns for key of caged. Keys of caged is, so here's my fretboard. It has all these wonderful colored notes on it. The E note right here is where your E is. Right here. I'm going to turn it up a little bit because we got the fans going. Not the roar of the fans in the stadium. I mean fans. It's like it was 91 degrees out there today. So this is E, and then I'm down tuned from there, so my E shape, my open E shape is actually a C down here. B flat, E flat. It's not as scary as it sounds. G and C. The usual tuning is E, A, D, G, B, E. The patterns up here are done in perfect fourths, so they're actually like this. Whoa. Okay, so because of the tuning third, the patterns have to be adjusted once they're actually put into the fretboard. So we'll look at, just very quickly here, we'll look at an S5G. You see how the S5G has a 7L shape? There's the 7, there's the L. But when we look at one of the patterns that has an S5G, which is the G mode here, okay? Notice the S5G, we can look at both of them. Yes, almost. 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. It starts here. 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. The 7 comes over 7 root 2, but then the 3, 4, 5 on top, it's been shifted over to the right 1 fret. And the reason we do that is because of the tuning third. Okay, so here you got a root going to a third now. Okay, so to make that a fourth, we have to shift it over. So 7 goes to 3 as a fourth, root goes to 4 as a fourth, and that's how the S5G goes 7 to 3 and root to 4. So all of the patterns are done in P4 tuning, and they have to be adjusted at the top 2 strings, which is string number 1 and 2 by convention of the guitar. Now the reason why I went back to chart 208 is because I wanted to go back to basics, go back to simplify, because chart 213 is incredibly complicated, and it's gaudy and it's big and it's like a road map. It really means not much until you hone in on a certain area of it. So I'm just having some coffee. You know, I worked out at the gym and I'm good. My wife's gone out, so again, we're starting back at 208 and we'll work our way back up to 213. Let's not forget that the most important patterns are the short patterns. They really are the most important patterns. The wonderful thing about the short patterns is, and they're down here, in the key of C, the short pattern can be played at the fret nut. So I was just about to boast about the keys of CDEAG, because remember I was talking about E, A, D, G, B, E. Well, the keys of CDEAG are the key of C, and then the key of A. You know, so the second inversion A is E, A, C sharp. This is C sharp here, okay? So, and the other keys of CDEAG, G would be this shape, E would be down here. And that second inversion E, let's just look at that, it's going to be B, E, G sharp. Okay, B, E, G sharp. Okay, and then the key of D. Alright, so that's going to be second inversion D also. Is going to be, with D is going to be A, D, F sharp. Okay, A. The color pattern on this one is an old color pattern. That's why it fools me. And there's more white notes. You'll see more white notes on this than should be there. The A is supposed to be light blue, and the D is supposed to be light purple, and F is supposed to be the only white note. So that's why, you know, things aren't optimized as well as they could. On my other guitar they are, but when I play that guitar, everything comes out 2 whole steps too low. So rather than do some kind of fine print disclaimer at the beginning of the lesson and say, this is an A flat instrument, and I also down tuned the piano. So everything you hear, you know, and you know, because people will get confused. They're not going to remember the disclaimer at the beginning. You know, fine prints kind of nips you in the butt like that. So we're playing on this one, and so playing the C, the real deal C. This is it. This is the real deal C. Okay, the pentatonic, the diatonic. This is full 6-string diatonic in the CDEAG of C. It can be done, and with the short patterns, and then going from C to the A pattern right here. Now of course this starts at 5, but there's a 5 over here, but there wasn't room for this A pattern over here. Okay, there kind of was, but there wasn't. Now how does that, oh, because I have the long patterns up top. That's why there wasn't room for that. I can show you the short patterns in their proper CDEAG positions on the grid. Okay, this is the best I could come up with. In this diagram, we have the top and the bottom of the fretboard showing all the CDEAG positions. Here's C, here's A, here's G, here's E, and here's D. And then of course this is just starting with E to E, D. But if we started here and the fret nut was right here, okay, I'll draw it even. Let's say we were starting here and the fret nut is there, and all this other stuff is going to go away, including the extra D half position down there. Okay, whoops. Let's get our fret nut where it should be. Okay. And the we don't need the half of the D position. So that's what we're looking at. That's what I'm talking about. This is the short C position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Warp that up. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to remove that, but we're going to. It's understood that with the key of C down on the bottom here, these are the open strings. E is the 3rd of C. A is the 6th of C. D is the 2nd of C. G is the 5th of C. B is the 7th of C, and E is the 3rd of C again. So these are the patterns that are being played there, right? Same old, same old. So let's look at that. The S2L,